Hey guys, I want to show you this clip of Karoline Leavitt answering some questions from a journalist. The journalist keeps asking these pointed questions. This literally happened just a few minutes ago this morning. He keeps asking these pointed questions. Finally, Karoline Leavitt has enough of it, and she puts him in his place, guys. This gets more intense. She comes out. She's happy. She's cheery. It's Friday, guys. But it gets very tense very quickly. Watch the entire 3.5 minutes, guys, because it gets crazy. And again, Karoline Leavitt, what a boss, puts this journalist in his place. Check it out.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Can I ask you a question, Karoline, very quickly?
Sure.
We're now hearing from constituents in some traditionally red districts right now complaining about what they say is the chainsaw approach and saying that it's been done very sloppily, the cuts to jobs and spending. How do you respond to that criticism?
I love how the media takes a few critics when the overwhelming response from the American people is support for what this administration is doing. If you look at the public polling, 70% of Americans, according to CBS, believe that President Trump is delivering on the promises he made. And there should be no secret about the fact that this administration is committed to cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. The president campaigned on that promise. Americans elected him on that promise, and he's actually delivering on it. And this is something that Democrats promised they would do for decades. President Trump is just the first president to get it done.
Let me ask you about the fraud, if I can. We can all have our own opinion about what is wasteful spending, and Republicans have praised the president for cutting wasteful spending, but fraud, of course, is a crime. So have you turned over evidence of fraud to the Justice Department, and when should we expect to see those indictments?
It's a clever question. First of all, I think all Americans would agree that funding mastectomies in Mozambique is not something that the American people should be funding, or DEI programs. I think it's fraudulent that the American government has been ripping off taxpayers in this way. And we also do know there has been extensive fraud, particularly if you look at Social Security. In fact, according to an IG report from the Social Security Administration, there was $71 billion worth of fraud in one single fiscal year that we know about. And so that is a lot of fraud, Peter, that the government has admitted to. So this administration is committed to finding even more of that fraud, waste, and abuse.
To be clear, that $71 billion was from 2015 to 2022, so it wasn't in just 1 year, and it was
$71 billion.
But it wasn't in 1 year, just to be clear.
In one report.
And it was in one report over multiple years, from 2015 to 2022.
So are you defending $71 billion in fraud, Peter? That's a lot of money, far too much, and that's why this administration... Why is the media so against cutting waste, fraud, and abuse from the government? I don't get it.
I just want to ask a question.
We won't be deterred. We will not be deterred from people like you and the press who are clearly adamantly opposed to cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. But we know that American taxpayers at home who have been struggling with an inflationary crisis don't want their tax dollars going towards crazy DEI programs in countries overseas. They also don't like the fact that there has been $71 billion worth of fraud in Social Security and improper payments going out the door. That's a problem that needs to be fixed, and President Trump is going to fix it. That's your fifth question. Elena, do you have anything to ask?
Because you said something that wasn't true, which is you said that they have found before that they believe there have been tens of millions of people who were receiving money who are dead on the Social Security list. The same report that you referred to said that almost none of those individuals are receiving
Peter, did you watch
money.
the full clip of the interview that I did when I said that?
And
I said there are a lot of unanswered questions, and we suspect there could be tens of millions of people.
I'm saying the IG report
so you
says
just
that
said what I said is not true. In fact, it was true. That's a suspicion that this administration has, and we're committed to finding out the truth. Thank you, everybody.
Quickly about the...
Wow, guys. Okay, I want to break this down because I got a few thoughts here. But before we do me a big favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up like button. It helps out the channel. It helps get the truth out there. Okay, let's talk about this media bias. Why does the media continue to cherry pick critics when the overwhelming majority of Americans support cutting waste, cutting fraud, cutting abuse? I love it. Kept coming back to the same point. 70% of Americans believe that Trump is delivering on his promises, and yet the media keeps focusing on a small group of naysayers. Did you know that I didn't know that. $71 billion in Social Security fraud has already been identified. That's insane. That, guys, is our tax dollars being wasted or stolen programs like DEI initiatives in foreign countries, funding surgeries overseas. Is this really what American taxpayers should be paying for? And why does the media seem so hostile in that clip to the idea of holding the government accountable for wasted money? You know, when pressed on the fraud numbers, the journalist defended the bureaucracy instead of the taxpayers. Why? And we continue to support these guys. Unlike past administrations, President Trump is actually taking action to cut waste, protect American tax dollars. Guys, this is something Democrats have promised in the past. Trump is the first president to truly go after it. This is absolutely insane. First president or anything like, we've never seen anything like this in my lifetime. I've talked to people older than me and they've never seen anything like this. This is insane what Donald Trump is able to accomplish already, guys. It's only been a month. It's only been 1 month out of his 4 years. All right. Let me ask you a few questions, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Why do you think the media is so opposed to cutting waste and fraud? What are we not seeing here? What's the most ridiculous example of government spending you've heard of since this investigation started? And guys, do you believe that Trump is doing enough to fight waste, or should he go even further? Drop a comment down below. Let's discuss it. And guys, if you want to support the channel, help us keep the truth coming, consider becoming a channel member today, guys. Click the join button down below. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, guys, because I'm going to be back later today with another update. Y'all take it easy.